Yo guys, Loris here. Welcome to CollectiblesUL for the special Q&A answer video. As a matter of fact, we reached the 5K subscribers, so today I'm gonna do the answers video as I just said, because I asked for some questions past months, and you guys, asked pretty much, pretty amount of questions. I'll be glad to answer right now. So let's start with the first question. From Night Slasher. My question is, how much approximately it costs to buy a lot of perfect replica as you do? And I know sometimes it might be terribly expensive. How do you raise the money? Very good question. It depends very much about the piece that you want. If it's, a licensed piece like the Sideshow one, it could be, very, very expensive. If it's fan-made, it will usually be even more expensive, just because, it's artists working on, your piece. So yeah, I would say around $500, would be a correct, price for a very good quality piece. I won't lie to you, if you want quality, you gotta pay, and it's kind of normal, because, they are great artists, and they need to make a living out of it. So yeah, you gotta pay what you gotta pay, right? How do you raise the money? I work, and basically, I can sell a few pieces to fund one I really want to. I hate selling my pieces, but sometimes you just get used to them. When you watch some pieces, you're like, I could sell it and get another one that I really want at the moment. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Next question from Eric. You need to make a room tour. Well, I have this in plan, but I'm waiting on a few pieces at the moment. But as soon as I'll have them, be sure that I'll make a great room tour for you guys. From Ghoul, how come you sold your Jeepers Creepers replica bust? Oh man, it was a hard one to let go. But I needed to fund some pieces, and I got an offer I couldn't refuse really. So yeah, I ended up selling it. But I might have another one really soon. So I'll keep you updated on this one, right? Okay, next question from Michael Myers is asking, Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees? That's a tough choice, but I'd say Michael Myers. It's the first boogeyman I've watched, and I don't know, there's something about Michael that just, and still it's the 40th anniversary, the new movie coming out, the new Kenneth Line mask. I'm just in this, I'm so much in the Michael Myers mood at the moment, so I gotta say Michael Myers. And next question, and this one makes me smile. From Horror Collection, my good friend Alexander. Hi Beauty. Hey Beauty, how are you? Congratulations for your 5K. So my questions are, what was your first piece you had? Actually, it was a Night Owl Maniac, Michael Myers mask actually. I think I was 12 or 13, might have been like 10 or 11 years ago. And it was a Maniac, a beautiful piece by Justin Mabry, and I just fell into the collection stuff as soon as I opened the box. I was just so blown away that I had to get more, right? I was like, no, I only did this one. And when you open the box, it's like, alright, shit, I'm in the shit. Next, which one do you want? I guess you mean piece. I've been watching Star Wars lately, and I've been grabbing some Star Wars pieces. The BB-8, which actually does light up. Check that out. Yeah, right? Beautiful, come on, beautiful piece. I also got this marvelous Yoda, which I'm having custom, I have some custom parts made for it. So I'll make a proper video once it's done. So yeah, but to answer your question, sorry, I was completely off the track. So to answer your question, I'd really like a massive Darth Vader bust, probably from A New Hope or Empire Strikes Back, right? Next is, what's your favorite scary movie? That's a hard question, dude, come on, there's just too many good movies, I just can't pick one up. But it's tied between Halloween, of course, Scream, I love, the plot of it, the twist at the end and stuff, such a great movie. And probably Silence of the Lambs, just Anthony Hopkins, right? What do you think about horror cinema today and its future? That's such an hard question. I mean, I try to not be too long on this one. I think horror movies today are way too much focused on gore. It's like they forgot how good movies were made. I'm not saying there are only bad movies coming out. Of course there are great movies, but most of them, I think they forget the suspense. Right? Look at some Hitchcock pieces. Some Alfred Hitchcock masterpiece. You wouldn't see the killer, until the end of the movie or stuff. When I watched the Freddy remake, I was like, come on, dude, you get to see Freddy like at 5 minutes, 5 minutes the film starts and then you get to see Freddy. I'm like, come on, dude. There's something that's just, they're trying to show too much, too gore, and you just forget the whole, plot line and thriller and suspense and stuff, and you just don't get any more scared by horror movies. At least I don't, sadly. In this future, well, I hope people will try to watch old movies again and just get inspired by them. And as Steve Jobs said, less is more. So I really think horror movie makers should just keep this in mind. Less is more, and you could scare people way more by not showing than showing stuff, right? And finally, Jason, Freddy, Leatherface, or Michael? I already answered this question, but I'll say Michael or Jason, a good old Friday the 13th fan. Next question from Goblin666. How much do you spend on all your collection? Way too much. Next question from Jacob. What's your least favorite horror movie and favorite final girl from any movie? As much as there are good movies, I'd say there are a bunch of bad movies. So the first that comes to mind would be Jason X. I just couldn't get the fun out of it. I think it wasn't funny at all. I just couldn't enjoy a second of it. So yeah, probably Jason X. As well as the last Leatherface movie that came out. Like, am I watching a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie at the moment, like right now? It felt so much like not one of those, actually, that it just, I just hated it, sorry. About the final girl, I guess Jamie Lee Curtis. She's so hot, she's so beautiful, and she's the queen right now. Nowadays, final girls are just pretty much inspired by her, right? So yeah, I'd say Jamie Lee Curtis or Alexandra Daddario from Texas Chainsaw 3D, which is a horrible movie as well, but she's just so beautiful. I would say Alexandra Daddario. Next question from DA Drinking Studios. Big fan of you, dude. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate it. My question is, if you could be in any horror film, which one would it be and why? I'd probably say Friday the 13th. Just, the good old summer vibe. Some pretty chicks, alone in the woods. Yeah, I would say Friday the 13th. Alright, next question from Cliff Helm. New subscriber here. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you for subscribing. I have a few questions. What is your job occupation? Well, actually, I've been talking about cinema and movies and stuff, and I'm myself a film director. I've directed with my twin brother. We're a duo, like we're working together. We've directed around 3 professional short films. We're actually working on the last one at the moment. And yeah, we've been raised by movies. Like our dad showed us a lot of movies when we were young and stuff. And I don't know, I think cinema is the best art ever. Like you can combine painting, music, and it's just like the art that brings whole hearts together. I don't know, there's something about cinema that just echoed through me and my bro, and we needed to make film as well, right? So yeah, hopefully we'll make our first feature pretty soon. I'm not sure it will be a horror movie though, but it will be, I hope, a good movie, right? What is the first horror movie you ever watched? As I just said, my dad showed us so many movies, and he actually showed us Jaws when we were 4. I don't know what the hell he was thinking, but I've been shocked by it so much. I mean, that severed leg shot, I couldn't sleep for days. Have you ever visited or would like to visit the United States? We have a horror convention in California called Monsterpalooza. I think you would enjoy. As a matter of fact, I've never been to the United States, although I'd really enjoy going there. It's actually one of my dreams, and I have some very big projects with the United States, but I shall speak about this in a future video. Yeah, Monsterpalooza, I've heard this, I've watched, videos about this convention, and I'm literally dreaming to go to those kind of conventions. In France, we do have some pretty ones, pretty little ones, sorry. But, yeah, Monsterpalooza, Masked Fest, all those ones, I'm like, God, I wish I was there. Alright, next question from Simon Mohan. Thank you for stopping by and asking a question. Really a big fan of your collection and channel, so thanks again. What is your favorite piece and who is your favorite sculptor? I'm not thanking you for this question, it's way too much hard. Man, I don't know, there's just too many pieces. I'm gonna have to do in my collection because there's too many. Maybe my KHW, just so authentic, I feel like I have an original 75 Kirk, or oh man, I can't pick one up. I just love them all of them, and way too much. But yeah, maybe if the house was on fire, that would be the first one that I would grab, right? Who's your favorite sculptor? There's way too many as well. Mike Hill. I've sadly never owned a piece by Mike Hill, but I wish to. I own one of those very soon. Steve Wang, I know. RBUM. There's a bunch of them, a bunch of talented sculptors. Max Rudo, he's a French guy like me. He sculpted the Caesar, a beautiful Caesar. Andy Wright, also Andy Wright from Wright FX, right? And also, yeah, my good friend Jupe, who sculpted my Hazog and my Close Encounters, and is actually sculpting, finishing at the moment a new piece for me. I'll be sure to unbox for you guys. So yeah, I hope that this answered your question, bro. And thanks again for stopping by. Next question from Manny the Hunter. What's your favorite mask and horror movie? Well, KH and Halloween. Next question from J99. How long have you been collecting masks, and if you have any life-size horror icon to put in your collection, what will it be? I've been collecting for the past 12 or 13 years. I can't recall exactly, but yeah, it's been a while. I was actually a kid when I started collecting. A life-size horror icon? If it's a fuel size, like a huge one, I don't know. My yours is too simple. Maybe a Leatherface from the remake, because he has a lot of elements in this costume. Just something to look at. Not a simple shirt and pants, but just maybe a Leatherface from the remake. Next question from Horror Movie Fanatic. What's your favorite mask you have, KH? And how many masks do you have? If it's mask-wise, I might have, I don't know, maybe around 10. If I'm counting all my pieces, including the one that I have on the way or being worked on, I have about 30 pieces. Next question from Frank Castle TP, yeah, coming from the Punisher, right? Which is your favorite horror character? If it's whole horror related, I would say, I was about to forget his name. Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs. As he has that kind of horror that just has something more, right? It doesn't feel like a slasher movie, or I don't know, just Hannibal Lecter is my horror icon, right? If horror icons have a fight, who do you think will win? It's close between Jason or Myers because they can die. I've never watched Spined Hellraiser, so I don't know. But maybe, I don't know, maybe Jason with all his weapon and stuff. Hope this answers your question. And last questions from Heaven Frederick, a good friend of mine. Hey Evan, thanks for stopping by. So hey guys, these are my questions. What was the first mask you ever had? As I said, it was the Maniac, the Michael Myers mask from Halloween 1 from Justin Mabry. You know what, let's do another thing so you guys can learn a bit more. Let's say the second mask, and the second mask I had was a Head Skinner V3 from Bob Primo at MMFX. At the time it was called MMFX, Mass Murderers, right? So yeah, Maniac, and then I got the Head Skinner V3. From where does this passion come? Alright, good English. Yeah, I've just been in love with movies since I was a kid, and I always wanted to have a piece of that movie that I loved. I just wanted a piece at home, like when I saw E.T.'s Extraterrestrial, I just wanted a part of E.T. In my house, in my home. And that's pretty much what I'm doing. When I love a movie, when I like a movie, I just try to get one piece that would remind me of the movie that I love so much, and that just echoes through my mind. Or I love things, some pieces like checking those out. I'm like, oh, remembering one of those scenes that you love so much. And yeah, I guess it's the loving of cinema. I guess it's the love of movies that just expressed itself in another way, and I just had to collect those. Okay, last question. Your piece of dream. If I can dream, I'm in a Star Wars mood, so I'm gonna say fuel size, screen-used Darth Vader costume, right? But probably from The Empire Strikes Back. I guess that's it, guys. I hope I answered all your questions. If you have any more, make sure to let me know, and I'll probably answer those in the next video. It's the first for me to make one of those kind of video, and I really appreciate doing those. Actually, hope I have more. Maybe for the 10K if I ever reach those. Thanks again for those that asked some questions. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. It's always a pleasure to make videos and to showcase some pieces that I love. And I hope you guys will enjoy the video. Make sure to subscribe so you won't miss the future video. And that's it. Lars from CollectiblesUL signing off.